Hey there, and welcome to Chapter 2-3 of my Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn tutorial. So let's get right into 2-3. This is probably the first break of the run. You have to keep in mind that you're always mashing, so it's not a true break, but at least it's a break from all this menuing. So right at the base screen, we're gonna go into the shop. One left, two down to the horse slayer. Now send it to the convoy by pressing start. And then you're gonna one down to the hammer and also convoy it. Now we're gonna go see some info conversations. So go into info, view Khalil's shop to recruit Devdan. And then now recruit Valencia. Or Danved, whatever, I'm sorry. Okay, we collected the Brave Lance. And now you're gonna leave the base, so... Okay, so once we start the advancement, we are going to deselect Astrid and start the map. Marcia is... by moving Marcia, who's one down left. We're blocking off a Bowie Knight, so he doesn't get harassed by the enemies. So once you move Marcia, X-switch to Geoffrey, move Max up, and then direct a halt. Directing a halt is very important. You don't want to be forgetting this. Now X-switch to Kieran, and he's going to attack the soldier. And Kanto one left. And turn. Don't forget to fast enemy phase. This is the first long enemy phase. Like, if you thought 1.5 was long, wait until you see Chapter 2-3 and some of the later game maps. So, 2-3 is a lot of just moving Geoffrey and Kieran. There's not really much to this map. There's a little tricky move on turn 2, but this map is pretty straightforward. There's one thing we have to look out for. I'll get into it a bit later as it gets a bit more relevant. But for now, we just have to mash. Geoffrey and Kieran shouldn't run a risk of death at all on this map. Anyways, at the start of turn 2, we are going to X-switch to Kieran. You're gonna hold up on the D-pad and then kind of just like tilt to up left, and the cursor should just slide in. So hold up and then just tilt it to up left. Now you're gonna attack, equip the hand axe, and click one down on the D-pad. And you're going to attack this fighter. Now, off X-switch Geoffrey, one left, and attack this Cavalier. Kanto max up, one right, sorry, and turn. So, the reason why we are having Kieran follow Geoffrey along is because there's an enemy at the very end of the map with a speed wing, and we want to collect that for a strategy later on. Also, that's why we attack with the hand axe, because there's a promoted enemy that Kieran can kill at 2 range with the hand axe. Okay, so I should bring up what we're looking for with Geoffrey. So Geoffrey is going to level up on this enemy phase, and we are looking for 1 point of speed. It'll become irrelevant much later on in the run, Chapter 3-9 to be exact, and we're looking for 1 speed. So I didn't get it there, but we have 3 level ups to get it, and Geoffrey has a 35% speed growth. So the Chapter 3-9 boss has 23 speed, and we get +4 from the Speedwing and promotion. So Geoffrey's base transfer speed is 22, so we need at least 23 speed before promotion. So this becomes relevant much later on, but we still need to look for it. Anyways, at the start of turn 3, move Geoffrey up against the armor and attack him, and then Kanto max up. Kieran just moved his max up range and end turn. Kieran's level ups don't matter at all, by the way. You don't have to pay attention to them, just Geoffrey's. So we want at least 23 speed before promotion. It's slightly faster to get 23 speed through level ups. It's not a big deal because if you don't get it, you'll just BXP Geoffrey to promotion later. It's slightly faster just to Master Crown him from 23 speed though. Okay, so at the start of turn 4, X switch to Kieran. Kieran is gonna move max up -1 and wait. Now 1 down to Geoffrey. He's gonna break down the door with his Brave Lance. There's a text box once you canto and wait. So skip the door cutscene, canto max up, be cautious of the order and direct commands, and then skip the text box. And now you are going to end turn. So that last move of Geoffrey is probably the most awkward move in the run. There's not many moves like that later on. So it's probably the biggest thing you might want to practice. Once you like get the hang of it, you don't need to though. So it's just kind of a weird move. Alright, so the boss goes down and he levels up and we did not gain speed. So in this case, way up in chapter 3.9, I'll need to BXP him. But for now, it's 2-3, don't worry about that right now. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. So at the start of turn 5, Geoffrey's just gonna seize. And that's 2-3. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. And 2E's next. Part 2 goes by really fast.